What's going on, everybody? It's Blandon here from WealthHQ, and welcome to another episode of Home Seeker Podcast. Today's episode, we're going to talk about the 4 unfair advantages that first home buyers have in this current market. Now, if you find value, all I ask for is that you smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm and share it with one friend who will find value from it. The first advantage that you have is that this market condition is very favorable for you. When interest rate is high, property prices are low. Although your repayments are going to be slightly higher right now, you can get properties at a very good price, meaning there are more affordable options than ever on the market right now. According to the Reserve Bank of New Zealand, interest rates have reached their highest point and we're expecting it to stabilize or even decline in the coming quarters. This creates an opportunity for the first home buyers to come into the market and potentially get a good price, then later on have a lower interest rate. The second unfair advantage that you have is that you can go in and get instant equity. Now, the reason why property is such a great wealth builder is that you can go in and buy a property and potentially double or triple your deposit when you buy. Now, let's say if you're looking for a property at $500,000, you're going in with just 10% deposit, meaning you'll need $50,000. Now, maybe because of timing, the vendor is willing to let go of the property for $450,000, which is $50,000 below the market value. Then instantly your $50,000 deposit have doubled because the $50,000 gain in the property becomes your deposit as well. You have effectively doubled your money on the way in. The other thing to note is that property traders are actively back in the market. These are people who buy, renovate, and sell for profit. They want to look for properties that are significantly below the market value. This is actually a good sign for first home buyers because you could tap into the same market and find those do-up opportunities. And the advantage for you is that you can pay a bit more than the traders. First home buyers don't need to consider things like the GST or the reno costs. First home buyers don't need to consider things like the GST, the tax, and also the holding costs of trading a property. Property traders often need to buy something around 10% lower than what you will pay so that they can actually make a profit. That means you can buy a lot more properties on the market where you will gain instant equity. The third advantage that you have is that you're starting near or at the bottom of the cycle. When it comes to properties, there is a saying, it's not about timing the market, but time in the market. However, if you have the ability to time the market as well, your result is going to be significantly greater. This is because the property market goes through the cycle where it has growth and it stabilizes and it slows down. On average, property prices have doubled every 7 to 10 years for the last 50 years. But during that time, property prices can fluctuate. Some years we're going to see rapid growth, which we have seen since 2020 with the COVID growth. And some other years we're going to see a slower market. If we look at the market condition right now, it indicates a recession where we have a negative GDP for 2 quarters, meaning we're not making enough money as an economy. You also see that interest rate is high and there's a credit crunch. It's not as easy to get money from the bank as before. This signals that we are at the bottom of a property cycle. And so it presents an opportunity for first home buyers to get in right now at very good prices. And you will enjoy better returns in the future. The fourth is government incentive. Now, if you guys know one thing about me is that I love property investing. But the truth is, this current government favors first home buyers a lot more than investors. You have seen a massive shift in the market where first home buyers have increased in percentages and investors have sort of dropped out significantly. Statistics have showed that first home buyers are taking a much larger market share currently and investors are sort of slowing down. There were some major changes in the last 18 months that really made home buying a lot easier as well. Things like the first home grant, where you could buy a house with just 5% deposit and they removed the price cap. You could only buy a small house before, but now, as long as you've got the income to service it, there are a lot more options out there where you can just buy an older house with just 5% deposit using that government benefit. So you have a lot more options in this current market, and you want to take advantage of this while this government is still favoring first home buyers. So there you have it, folks. There are the 4 unfair advantages that first home buyers have. The first one is the favorable market conditions. When interest rates are high, prices are much lower, meaning you can buy something for much cheaper. Second, because of the market condition, you can buy with instant equity, meaning you could double or even triple your deposit when you buy the property if you buy right. The third is that you're starting near the bottom of the property cycle. So if you get in now, for the next decade, you're going to experience better than average capital growth. And then lastly, the government loves first home buyers. So you have a lot more benefit with current policies, and that might not last forever. So if you had thoughts on buying a first home this year, just remember you don't have to go at it alone. You want to get an advisor that specializes in helping first home buyers, and this is where WealthHQ can help. Now, even if you're just starting out, you're thinking, okay, I don't really quite have the deposit yet, WealthHQ can help you with a plan to get into that home 5 times faster than if you just go alone by yourself. So don't hesitate to reach out. I've left the link in the description below so that you can talk to somebody. Again, if you have found value in this episode, please smash the like button and share with just one friend who will benefit from it. Until next time, I'll see you guys again.